So let's get onto the touch screen, and we're beginning with some of the photographs. Of the events. This is the, oh my goodness, I can see Mutala and Dr. Amoakohene in there. This is people who were reading from the for the night of commemoration. Squadron leader Peter Anana. These are people who were reading tributes. We saw all of these on television, didn't we? These are families and people who knew them very well. This is the Ashanti Regional Minister, of course, is an unforgettable image. I saw a video of the Ashanti Regional Minister, and I kind of felt sorry for him. He was trying to explain something, and that's part of the reason why we think that the clinical psychology is very, very important. The Ashanti Regional Minister has been so affected that I don't think he should speak anymore. He shouldn't speak. I mean, put yourself, all things being equal, put yourself in the situation. The Ashanti Regional Minister, he's sitting at an event, waiting for Defense Minister, Environment Minister, National Security Coordinator, and First Vice Chairman, who is former Ashanti Regional Minister of the party during the first John Mahama term, and Samuel Aboagye, who is his buddy, his friend. They work on the campaign together. He's sitting there waiting for them. They are coming in a helicopter. And then the next is, they are not coming anymore. I mean, this Ashanti Regional Minister should have psychologists by his side. They should surround him. And they shouldn't be talking. I saw him doing a live Facebook video. I said, my goodness, this is not good for Dr. Amoakohene. He should stop talking. All the people around him should send him to a doctor and then calm him down. By the funeral time, he'll be able to read a great tribute. But he can't be talking. He was in the forest and he just shouldn't talk. Not just him, but the other people. I mean, imagine yourself standing there and knowing that you were going to be on the flight. It doesn't mean that if other people on the flight would have crashed. It doesn't. We all don't know. It's matters beyond our knowledge. We don't know whether if X was on, it will crash. Maybe X was on, it won't crash. Maybe what? We don't know. We just don't know. So, a person who was built to be on that plane, that person is going through something that we can all not imagine, that he should not be talking. He should have clinical psychologists with him. I mean, in this country, two things we don't take serious is mental health and clinical psychology. It's so important. And so we are all going around. They say that, oh, everybody has some madness. Yes. We the work we do every day is madness. We understand it. But those things are critical if it's other developed countries. And we have clinical psychologists over here. Look at the forensic people. When the thing first happened, nobody called them. And then they are issuing statements about forensic things that the way they went into the forest was wrong, blah, 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 blah. We don't need all that. So we are dedicating tonight's program to have a clinical psychologist in the studio. She's already here. She's going to tell us, we shouldn't have told the president this. Dr. Amoakohene shouldn't have done this. Muntaka should have been protected from talking. This, that. We need that. We definitely need that. And then we have a plural media that is also broadcasting and competing with one another to broadcast the story first. And that's why I'm very excited about the Defense Press Corps and what they put together. They were not in a hurry. They sat down, put it together, and when they released it, it was gratifying to our hearts, even in the grief, that they had put together a very good document. And we're going to show that to you tonight. So I beg, those who know Dr. Frank Amoakohene, he should get a clinical psychologist with him. And he should be stabilized in that way. He doesn't know there's something wrong with him. We all don't know this, but there's definitely something wrong with him. No human being can go through what he went through last Wednesday, less than a week, and be okay. You are sitting at an event. You saw him informing Kofi Boah. Apparently, the information he gave to Kofi Boah in that video was not about death. It was about the aircraft's in some trouble and it settled, something like that. So they were still hopeful that they will come. Nothing about death. And then you get to find out that the people you were waiting for at the event have left in this very, difficult situation. It's terrible. So he shouldn't be talking. And I really hope that he can get that information and people can help him. Dr. Frank Amoakohene. This is Fifi Kwete. And Fifi Kwete hasn't spoken. And I'm sure that he's also going through a whole lot. But he hasn't spoken. For them, the National Executive Committee of the NDC, the functional executive, apparently they had a meeting on Tuesday evening. And the people in the plane were there. Omane Boama was there. I don't know whether Mutala was there, but the vice chairman of the party would naturally be there. So Tuesday evening, this is the NDC leadership, Otokuno, Fifi Kwete, and others. On Tuesday evening, you sit with them at the functional executive. You are talking about your party stuff. Some of them may know that tomorrow there's Kumasi and all of that, blah, blah, blah. And then Wednesday morning, midday, 1 o'clock, you hear that the people that you were sitting in a meeting with went on the plane, and this is what has happened. I mean, so you can understand that people like this, they shouldn't be granting interviews, talking. They can't. They really can't. So we really need to look at that. And these are some of the people who all came over there. I can see the chief of staff seated on the dais. The chief of staff put up a real majestic announcement. And the way he did it, President Mahama also spoke at the event. Informal speaking they can do. But throwing microphone into their face and asking them to talk is quite frightening. These are some of the mourners. Everyone is shocked. It's not about, people are really, 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 really shocked. And I mean, well, this is very, 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 very interesting. That is the MPP group, I believe. The Dominic Nitiwul, who has also said something like it could have been him. Even Nitiwul, who has left the position since January, he will feel a sense of, this thing could have been any of us. And that's what he said, that it could have been him. He was defense minister. I'm sure he used that helicopter many, many times. Could have been anyone. So the shock that people are going through, Henry Korte, former MP and former Greater Accra Regional Minister, Kojo Oponkroma, former Minister for the Works and Housing, and Alhaji Sinari of the NDC, who has just recently been made an ambassador. This matter is John Ajekum Kufuor himself, the former president, a very distinguished Ghanaian, President Mahama in a handshake over there with Alban Bagbin. You can see from Alban Bagbin's face, and we have something on Bagbin tonight. He put out a video, or a video was made of him, and so we're going to talk about it. It's very, very interesting. Let's see a video now that was produced. And I've already told you, we have a clinical psychologist in the studio. We're going to be talking to him. This is Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia visiting President Mahama, I believe, in the president's home. This is Dr. Bawumia in an embrace with First Lady Lordina Mahama. This is a briefing. Dr. Bawumia and his team. You can see the unmistakable figure of Adjo Asafo, former member of parliament. You can see Mohamed Amin Anta, former Minister for Finance, Dominic Nitiwul, who is the former Defense Minister. I believe Kojo Oponkroma is in there, and Henry Korte, all at President Mahama's living room to have exchanges and to commiserate with him. Here's President Mahama and Dr. Bawumia again in the same meeting. They took photographs outside President Mahama's place. You see here the entire squad. Let me try and name all of them. From left to right on the first row is Julius Deborah, Chief of Staff, Lordina Mahama, First Lady, Mahamadou Bawumia, former Vice President, John Dramani Mahama, President of Ghana, Dominic Nitiwul, former Minister for Defense, Henry Korte, former Minister for the Interior, Mohamed Amin Anta, former Minister for Finance. The second row is Al-Hassan Tampuli, Member of Parliament and former Deputy Minister for Transport. I believe this is a Mampong MP. He was a former Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs. He's a Member of Parliament for the Mampong constituency. His name skips me, to come back very soon. Nana Akomia, the unmistakable figure of Nana Akomia. I can see Sam Nati George in there. I believe Kozi Menu is there. I can see Kojo Oponkroma, Shamima Muslim, Antonia Bey Fakabu, Obobia Dako Poku. The rest, their names are not coming readily to me. But this was a very impressive Ghanaian event showing the humanity of Ghanaians. The opposition goes to... They will fight later on. After everything is done, the opposition and the government, they will start fighting on social media again. But this is not a time for fighting. This is a time to come together as a collective and then mourn the departed. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. This photograph has been terrible. This is Mrs. Omani Boama. This photograph has gone viral. Everyone is talking about it. So that must be the Omani Boama family, I guess. With Dr. Bawumia exchanging pleasantries. Kojo Oponkroma addressing them. Kojo Oponkroma knows Omani Boama from Pope John Secondary School. This is former Vice President Mahamadou Bawumia, Dominic Nitiwul, former Defense Minister, and the entire MPP group led by Bawumia, who went in there. And I also understand that Dr. Bawumia sent circulars to MPP communicators urging them that this was a period of national mourning and there was no need for political positioning and political gesturing. So it's a total mourning period. Dr. Bawumia addressing the group again. These are some of the chiefs and traditional leaders who were all there. All that was happening. Are we done with it? All that was happening last week. Kozi Menu, parliamentary candidate for the MPP for Adenta in the last election with Amin Anta. John Agyekum Kufuor, the former president, also visited with President Mahama. And here is the vice president, Professor Jenana Opoku, President Mahama, John Kufuor, and First Lady Lordina Mahama, all of them, same people in the photograph here again. President Kufuor has received this support. I can see Dr. Dubofor, President Kufuor's very special aide. I can see Alex Segbefia in there, and Julius Debra, and my friend Joyce Bauer also in there, and all of them with President Mahama as J.A. Kufuor arrived. Oh.